Jake FM and the Birthday Bash for 3 years now. We've had the opportunity to celebrate this birthday bash, and I believe this is the top of the crop with Wade Bowen tonight. Thank you for being here. Good to see you. This is a big time show. A lot of folks have been excited to be a part of this. We've been promoting it, and they've been saying they've got to see Wade Bowen again, because you were here in the summertime, and then all of a sudden you're coming back and it's just the same reaction. How does that feel when you come to a place and they want to see you all over again?
Well, it feels great. Obviously, it feels great. This is a great room, and they treat us like kings here. You know,
yeah.
This venue, it's a great place. I mean, you guys have been really good to us for a long time now. So, to me, this was the perfect storm.
Sure.
You know, when you guys asked us to come and be a part of your birthday, you know, I was glad and excited to get it done.
Yeah.
And then when I found out it was actually here, it made it even better. Yeah. It's a great venue, great place.
Yeah, Riverwind does a good job with that. Right before we came about this interview here, we were talking about your songwriting. You like the lyric sides of it. That's where your strong point is. And then people are saying, Wade Bowen, why don't you cheer up? Is that just something when it comes to what your ideas first established, is that side of the songwriting?
Yeah, I like depth. I like substance within songs. You know, I think we need a lot of that right now. And I just like that. I choose to write about things probably people don't want to talk about a lot, or whatever. I'm not a dark writer. I just I'm not necessarily a happy writer, and but I think that's okay. I mean, country music to me, if you go back and look at country music, which I wave the country music flag, you know, proud.
Yeah.
But you know, it's always been about heartbreak and loneliness and just whatever, you know, it's all that dark stuff. And so I really love country music, even though what we do is a little bit different from your hat stuff.
Sure.
I really, you know, love country music for that side of it, the talking about things that people really go through every day in life.
Exactly. Yeah, so when you look at your lyrics, I mean, that is life when it comes to the darker side. One of the best lines I always refer to in any genre really is, there's nothing but Sunday morning waiting for me when I get home. Yeah. Basically, I mean, is that something you've experienced before, then it just came out on paper that way?
Yeah. And, you know, Saturday night was it sounds like a happy song.
Yeah.
You know, when
you look at the title,
starts, I'm sure, you know, there's probably people out there across the country that never even really gave it a chance to listen to it because they probably thought it was just another song about Saturday night.
Yeah.
But that's just the way I write. I like to write. I like to take what may be obvious and easy to write about and try to change it up and be different from everybody else. And it's a pretty dark song, pretty sad song lyrically.
But like you just say, when me and the program director sat down with that song first, and you look at the title and you say, like you said, just another happy Saturday. But then the thing that we loved about it was the fact that it wasn't. I mean, it catches you off and it takes a left turn.
It even has the feel of a party song almost. And that's really, you know, I don't want to overthink music, but that really did, you know, it went into the whole process behind the recording of it all.
Lyrically, melodically, everything.
Yeah, kind of trick people, throw people for a loop, so that they really have to listen to the stuff.
Sure.
I know people don't always want to do that, but that's all right.
To really dissect the music, exactly. Now you look at your people who've inspired you to be even involved with the music, and you've mentioned before folks like Bruce Springsteen, and then Guy Clark for one, being a Texas boy yourself. When you look at Guy Clark, how would you describe his legacy in music? Well, what he meant to you in more particular?
Well, you know, Guy Clark is legendary. He's one of the best that will ever be.
Sure.
You know? I mean, he's one of the best songwriters we've ever had. I don't think anybody paints a picture better than him.
Yeah.
And he just has a Guy Clark way of writing, and you know, I don't know if I could compare him to anybody. It's just what he does and what he's great at. And I've been lucky to write with him. I've been lucky to record with him. He's very gracious and very sweet and kind and open to new people, new artists. You know, morons like me calling him saying, "I come bug you for an afternoon and write with you," and he's open all that. So you know, I think that's a pretty good. He's got a great legacy that he's going to leave behind for a lot of people, and he already has. And so, yeah, he's a true hero for a lot of reasons.
Exactly. You know, you might have ball players who get the chance to play a round of golf or baseball or something with one of their legendary idols, and then like for instance, sitting down with Guy Clark, is there a moment you're sitting there writing thinking, gosh, what am I doing? what am I doing? How did I get here? What is that like?
Well, it's pretty nerve-wracking for me, especially I like to overthink everything.
Oh, sure.
And sitting in the room with Guy Clark, it's, you know, one of the strengths of co-writing, you have to be able to tell the other person that that's awful.
Yeah.
You have to look them in the eye and say, no, that's a terrible line you just said.
And would you do that to Guy Clark?
Well, I tried in the best way I could, but he didn't really throw that many bad lines out.
Yeah, it's hard to do that with someone like that.
Yeah, I did. I threw some awful ones, and he was very open about.
Yeah.
That was terrible, Wade. Why'd you open your mouth?
And would you learn from it?
Oh, of course,
Yeah.
man. I mean, sitting across from him, and he makes guitars, so he let me play his guitar, which he tends to let everyone do, you know. Let me play one of the guitars that he actually made, and that's what he wrote on. And it's just, yeah, you can't go into a situation like that and not learn from it.
Sure.
And it was fun.
And you can learn at songwriting. I mean, some people think, oh, it's just a gift, but is it something you think that
no question.
you learn at?
It's not just a gift. I mean, you learn a lot, and you know, it's a never-ending journey, songwriting, because there's so many different levels of it. For example, right now, you know, my whole life I've written about kind of all my records have kind of been open diaries.
Sure.
And as of now, I'm pretty happy. I'm very happy, you know, with my life. So there's not a whole lot of material necessarily to be writing about that's in depth.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I'm pretty boring now. I go home and enjoy my kids and my, you know, I'm in love with my wife and everything's great.
Yeah.
So it's like I got to find characters now and things to write about. That's, as I've gotten older, from 15 years ago when I first started.
Sure.
It was easy to just sit down and write something off instinct or something that happened immediately, and I just write about it. And now I just find myself having to kind of transform and change a little bit based off what what I'm going through and all. And it's fun. It's cool. You never stop learning, and you always can get better.
Yeah. Looking at that happy side of your life, when you describe to your kids what Dad Wade Bowen does, what do you tell them?
Tell them I work.
They work. Do they ever come out with you or on the road?
Yeah, they actually get up on stage with us. And
very cool.
Every now and then and sing. And you know, I just tell them I'm going to work. I'll be gone for 3 days or 5 days.
Yeah.
And then I'll be back home, and they know what I do. They love the fact that I sing and play.
Yeah.
That I'm on the road doing all this. Of course, it's all they've ever known.
Sure.
But it's a lot of fun for them.
Yeah. Anything about their personalities or what they're interested in that shows a music future for them, or how does that work, you think?
You know, I don't push them really on anything right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got them in baseball, and my son wants to, like, you know, take piano lessons here and there. And so, you know, there is some interest, and they kind of get absorbed into the whole musical aspect, but then they lose interest pretty quickly too. So it's, you know, they're kids.
As kids will.
They're only 7 and 4, so I don't think they have their life figured out yet.
Exactly. What's next for you as we move through here? Birthday Bash goes on, and are there future projects for you coming up in the works?
Yeah, I'm writing for a record right now. I'm trying to get in the studio here pretty soon and figure that whole thing out. So I'm just digging through a lot of songs right now.
Yeah. What is that like, constructing an album? Are you trying to tell another story, or are you just trying to work through another kind of process of making a project sound tight, sound good?
I have a game plan in my head.
Yeah.
It would be stupid for me to say it right now because I have no clue if it's going to pan out that way.
Sure.
I do feel like the way I've been writing and the songs I've been going through and digging through and trying to write, I feel like it's very different from anything I've ever done.
Sure.
Hopefully I'll take some chances with this record when we get in the studio and really, I don't know, might come up with something really crazy and fun.
See what happens. Maybe a happy side comes out, or is it the old Wade Bowen that we love?
We'll see.
Good stuff. Well, we appreciate you being here. This is the Birthday Bash with the Jake FM at 93.3. Wade Bowen, appreciate you, my man.
My pleasure.
Good stuff. He's going to hit the stage. Very nice. Appreciate you being here.
Great.